I have two questions.
Yeah.
One, you talked about how important some questions are to bring out more of the story. Can you give a couple of examples of some of your favorite questions or ones that we could use? And then also two was to answer your own question that you brought up, which your own statement you brought up afterwards, which was to what numbers are really important, like especially you said some hidden ones or surprise ones.
Well, the hidden or surprise numbers come in. There are numbers that you include that are not specific. Like if we're looking at the Innocence Project example, and they were talking about, they took on Malcolm Alexander's case in 1996, then they had to drop it because they didn't have the evidence, but they picked it back up in 2013, and then he was exonerated and freed in 2018. And you're kind of doing that mental math, like it's almost not conscious, but that equates to like a 22-year period of them working on his case. They didn't say, we worked on his case for 22 years. We did that math. That's the hidden number, right? So even if we're looking at the very, very simple example of Wags and Walks, where they said since 2011, we have saved 10,500 dogs, like there's that little mental math as well, like that is X amount of years, and so how many dogs per year is that? And they also have 2 locations, so that's talking about growth, that's talking about greater impact. So those are the hidden numbers, the numbers that you didn't really say, but that are kind of stuck in there, like hidden veggies when you blend up veggies into the spaghetti sauce or whatever. And you said questions. So my favorite question is, how did that make you feel? Because that's the one that leads to other things. I think that's where I always start, right? Because they're gonna tell you something and then you just say, oh gosh, that sounds hard, or oh gosh, there's not a whole lot of questions after that. It's taking what they're saying and almost like repeating about it. So I'm here that that really changed your outlook on this thing. Can you tell me more about that? That's probably the other one. Can you tell me more? And then everybody likes to talk about themselves. So those are probably just the two. It's instead of having those questions, like very specific questions in your back pocket, it's just listening and repeating back and letting them tell the story with those 2 or 3 very deep questions and just letting them go down that rabbit hole.